I do remember that it was such an exciting time for football in Australia. To be able to be a part of that and go from what was, you know, a league that was dying at the end to no league at all, to play in a grand final in front of nearly 40,000 and, you know, play against guys like Dwight York. It was a great time for football in Australia, and especially for the Central Coast and for the Mariners.
Squares it up, the shot! Sydney draw first blood in the grand final. Stevie Corica.
You know, it was very disappointing to lose the game. It was great to be a part of, but you always want to win those sort of games. But to come back to the Leagues Club and, you know, it was full. The auditorium was full of people, and there was people all the way from when we got off the freeway and we were heading down into Gosford. It was something that I'd experienced in other leagues around the world, but for it to happen in your own hometown, which before this time was just considered totally a non-soccer community, yeah, it was unbelievable.
You know, we felt at the time that, you know, after winning the league, that, you know, we were favourites, and we thought we were going to win it, and it just wasn't meant to be. You know.
By the time we got to the next grand final against Newcastle, we'd had a pretty strong season in the league. We had some high-profile players, and yeah, definitely the situation was different in the grand final.
Now Tony Vidmar caught in possession by Mark Bridge. Bridge! Oh, brilliant! Advantage Jets in the grand final.
I remember the game at home against Newcastle as being, you know, one of the highlights of my playing time at this club. So to not then go on and turn that into a grand final win was, you know, it was very disappointing. It was hard to take.
No, that was our second grand final loss, and it hurt the team. You know, it hurt a bunch of boys.
It's just another experience in football, and it's what drives this club on.
Bernie Abini's given the Mariners a new lease of life. Here's the corner. Back into the danger zone. There's Abini. It's in the back of the net from Adam Kwasnik. This could seal it for the Mariners. Great save by Theofilos first time. Kwasnik steers it up, and Bozanic surely clinches the championship for the Central Coast Mariners.
Yeah, I still don't like to watch it.
It's kind of one of them things where the family rocks up and you tell them you're going to win them the grand final and you want to win it for them, and, you know, you're 2-0 up with 4 minutes to go, and all of a sudden it's dashed from you. It's 2-2. You lose on penalties. You know, it is heartbreaking.
If we dwelt on that all the time, we'd be miserable and we'd never leave the house.
Like, life's bigger than football, and when you see, you know, how much it affects people around you as well, that you've lost a game that virtually is unlosable, it does take its toll. You know, it affects a lot of people, and that one hurt a lot.
As far as grand finals go, history is unkind to the Central Coast Mariners, who are preparing for a record 4th shot at Australia's top prize on Sunday. While their opponents, the Western Sydney Wanderers, are writing a fairy tale of their own, the perennial bridesmaids of Australian football have been crafting their underdog story for close to a decade.
I mean, the camaraderie that we have within the group has probably been the catalyst to our success.
I've been in, you know, some good teams. You know, when we won promotion to the Premier League, a good bunch of lads, great team spirit. But, you know, what we've got here at the Mariners is quite unique.
We've always been a tight-knit group up here since the day I've been up here, and I mean, Hutch tells stories of yeah, the previous boys and what they used to get up to, but I won't elaborate too much on that. But yeah, I mean,
that's what the culture is here. You know, no one is bigger than the club. The club comes first. You play for the shirt, and then you play for yourself second.
There's no question what a grand final triumph would mean to the Central Coast. Potentially 90 minutes away from their greatest moment, the Mariners remain as hopeful as ever of finally celebrating their day as Australia's champion team.
I think we've got a small community here, but of that small community, everybody is a supporter of the club.
If we can make it to the grand final and win it, it'll be a huge achievement for not only the playing but for the club, and for the, you know, the fans have been along with us as well for the ride, you know, and for them to have at least one grand final would be nice.
I mean, if you don't dream, you don't get there. So I do this job with the goal of winning things. So we're doing every single thing possible to make sure we get to that moment.